biggest cultural shock you experienced after moving to the USA? My first day in the USA was a nightmare. I was on my way to my first job interview when I noticed a guy following me. I tried to ignore him, but he kept getting closer. I was terrified. Just then, a police car pulled up and the officer asked if everything was okay. I quickly explained what was happening and the guy took off. The officer offered to give me a ride to my interview and I gratefully accepted. On the way, he asked me about my life and I told him I was from a poor country and had come to the USA for a better life. I also mentioned that I had a son who was still in my home country. When we arrived at my interview, the officer wished me luck and handed me a piece of paper with his phone number on it. He said to call him if I ever needed anything. I didn't get the job and I was devastated. I called the officer to thank him for his help and he asked how the interview went. I told him the truth and he said he would see what he could do. The next day, he called me and said he had found me a job at a local grocery store. I was so grateful. A few weeks later, I got a call from the officer. He said he had a surprise for me and asked me to meet him at the airport. When I got there, I saw my son. The officer had arranged for him to come to the USA. I was so happy. I will never forget the kindness of that officer. He changed my life.